The girl picked up some fruit and tried to leave without paying.
Hey, the demon!
That single act triggered her instinct. Only then did the people around her realize she was a vampire. They immediately tried to arrest her. In this era where humans and vampires coexist, vampires are not treated well. They live in hiding and hardly dare to appear in the human world. Alyssa ran all the way, desperate to escape. She finally climbed back home through a window. Only then did she realize how serious the situation was. She apologized to her father, but by then, a large crowd had already gathered outside. They wore red masks. They belonged to an organization called Van Helsing. Their sole mission was to hunt vampires. There was no choice but to flee. John rushed to a coffin. No matter how hard he knocked, there was no response inside. He was forced to open it. Inside lay Alyssa's grandmother. She was an elderly vampire elder. Before John could explain, she smelled silver and garlic outside the window. To vampires, those things are deadly. At that moment, only escape could save them. By then, Van Helsing had reached the building. For thousands of years, they had hunted the vampire grandmother. They had finally found her hiding place in the town. Now, because of Alyssa's moment of recklessness, the family was exposed. To prevent disaster, the grandmother activated the ruby on her chest. She called for help from other vampire families.
We have to go to the harbor. Ah, I do hope it's not too late.
Then she set the curtains on fire to create chaos. She led the family in a desperate escape. But just as they reached the ground floor, Alyssa stopped. A blue light suddenly shone from her palm. Images flashed rapidly through her mind.
The spark has awoken again.
She had accidentally awakened Dracula, the first vampire. She had no idea why it happened. Separated from her family, Alyssa had no choice but to return upstairs and hide.